Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome to Conference Championship Weekend here in sort of the 2021 and then part of 2022 college football season. It's just gone by pretty fast. Say that at the end of every year, but it started off last night with one great game. Surprisingly, not the one between two top-ranked teams. This UTSA Western Kentucky game, absolutely fantastic. I did a reaction to that. Hopefully it's out, but if not, it'll be out a little bit later today. I also reacted to this game as well. Oregon looks bad. Oregon looks horrible. Travis Dye looks nice. But, two games last night to kick this off. But yeah, here we are on Saturday. That game's only at 2 o'clock. This is going to be, like, the best game. Like, no offense, like, that one will be entertaining. We'll say that one will be entertaining. So you got Kenny Pickett and Sam Hartman. But anyway, predictions and slight analysis on each game. Starting off, 10 o'clock games. Baylor versus Oklahoma State for the Big 12 championship. Kent State versus Northern Illinois for the MAC Conference championship. Starting off with the Big 12. I think it'll be entertaining. It'll be a good game. I expected even a close game. Baylor still technically has a chance to get into the playoff. Like, if they beat up on Oklahoma State, then Bama loses, Cincy loses, Michigan loses, and then they might be in, maybe. But a lot needs to go right for Baylor to get in. Oklahoma State, on the other hand, really they win this game. I believe there's a good shot they're in. Really, then just hope for an Alabama loss. A Cincinnati loss would help as well. But I feel bad. Notre Dame just has to sit and watch. They need to join the ACC. Or actually, I just joined the ACC. I was going to say Big Ten, but anyway, back to this game. I like Oklahoma State a lot. I love their defense, and in the end, I do think they'll end up winning. So we got Oklahoma State winning this one. I think it'll be a close game because Baylor still has a lot to play for, like a New Year's Six bowl possibility. That's about it. But it's not like, I don't think Oklahoma State's not just going to roll over them. I expect a good game. Competitive, great way to start off Saturday. But I do have Oklahoma State winning this one. Next, the MAC. I don't know too much about it, if I'm being honest. What I see here is Kent, pretty good offensively. Northern Illinois probably has a pretty stout defense, I'm guessing, if they've gone 8-4. Well, actually, they allow more points than they score. Okay, this game, I genuinely don't know. Northern Illinois coming in off a bad loss to Western Michigan. A bad last couple 5 over here for Northern Illinois. Kent State, however. Kent State looking like a 3.5 point favorite, 74.5. I'll talk about this. Kent State 3.5. I will go Kent State to win the game. I think that'll be my prediction after seeing the stats and stuff. Kent State to win the game, and I do like the spread. I think it'll be somewhere between a 4 or 5, 6 point game. Money line as well. Take that. Now the over under. Yeah, they both. We'll go in entertaining. We'll take the spread. It makes me think it's not going to come true. But we'll go ahead and predict Kent State to win that one. San Diego State versus Utah State. Utah State, I think, actually has a chance. So yeah, it's now in the 1 o'clock game. Yes, San Diego State is ranked. But if we looking at their last 5, like, they beat Boise State pretty well. Like nothing fantastic. UNLV sucks. Barely escaped Nevada. Barely escaped Hawaii. Lose to Fresno. Whereas Utah State kicked the shit out of us. Got kicked the shit out of. But then dominated pretty well on everyone else. So I think it'll be a very entertaining game. In the end, I do think San Diego State will again escape with a win here in the conference championship game. But I do expect a good one there from the Mountain West Conference Championship game. Moving on to the Sun Belt. In forgot his name. What's his name? What's his name? Gosh, just tell me his Billy Napier. That's his name. His last game as Louisiana head coach. I do think they'll end up winning. Again, a good game. But Louisiana has not lost since week 1. They are on an 11-game winning streak. Appalachian State, they did beat Coastal Carolina to knock them out of this game. And I think it'll be good. I like Bryce. I like their quarterback, Bryce. But I think Louisiana, it is one out here. SEC championship game. I want to say I expect Georgia to win. And I think they will. I think Georgia will win. It is so hard to bet against Nick Saban. And against the former assistant too. But Georgia, like Alabama has had offensive line problems. And I think Georgia's, like, their most famous thing is having a 6'8" dude, almost 400 pounds, standing at a defensive nose tackle or whatever, defensive tackle, nose tackle, whatever you want to call it, going up against a weaker Alabama offensive line. That doesn't bode well. Like, Alabama struggled with Auburn's offensive line, and Auburn's defensive line, and Georgia's defensive line is better. It's better. Like, Auburn has a good one, but it's Georgia. Like, Alabama, like, Will Anderson's gonna need to do something. Like, he's gonna need to force fumble interception on the first play of the game. If Alabama really wants a chance, like sometime in the first drive, their defense needs to do something. But I do think Georgia will win. I love what their defense is doing, and their offense. George Pickens will be back for this game. He played a couple snaps against Georgia Tech, and was all right. Just warming him up for this game. So if he should be at least be an attention grabber. Like, he should see Alabama's defense focus on him a little bit more. Not only for their pretty dominant run game, and other receivers. So I think just the addition of having him back, even if he doesn't do too much, and if he does do something, that's fantastic. Just don't force feed him. Cincinnati and Houston. Cincinnati will win this game. Okay, 10.5, maybe not. But Cincinnati will win this game. I know, there's so many mixed. When it comes to Cincinnati, you either really like them or you really hate them. That's what I'm seeing on a lot of internet wise. All those college football geniuses that are on the internet. But I do think Cincinnati will win. I do. Their defense is just too good. I'm not huge on their offense. Specifically, Desmond Ridder I'm not high on him. But Cincinnati as a whole, I love their defense. I like what they've been able to do. And hopefully a win here secures them into the playoff. I believe it does. Now, will they win a game when it gets to the playoff? Maybe not. But I do believe they win here and make it into the playoff. So that's the 2 o'clock game, the final 2 o'clock game. And then we take a break till 6 o'clock, which could schedule this a whole lot better. Like, just move this one to 3. Start this one. I guess you could leave it at 6, 5:36. But what do I know? But Michigan versus Iowa, I don't expect a Michigan blowout. Like, at least to the extent of what I think a lot of people are expecting. Will they feel in control the entire game? Yes. But Iowa is a good football team. Like, there was a time where this number 2 was on this side. Like, Iowa is a good football team. Don't forget that. The over/under. Just looking at the betting lines. The over/under seems a little low. Like, yes, they are two fantastic defenses, but both can also get their offense flowing. I do expect a Michigan win here, but I also think Iowa will keep it entertaining for a little bit, but in the end, Michigan should win the game. Now, perhaps probably the highest scoring game. The over/under at 71.5. I think only topped by this one at 74.5. But this one's going to be exciting. Pittsburgh versus Wake Forest. I love Kenny Pickett. He is among my first-round quarterbacks in the draft. Sam Hartman has been fantastic this year for Wake Forest. But in the end, I do have Pittsburgh winning. I think they're just going to they'll either get a stop really early on, that just gives them a slight edge, or they'll get the stop a little bit towards the end that finally seals it. But no, it's going to be high scoring. It is. They're averaging like pretty much very like similar numbers all the way around, like 42.8, 42.9, 23 and 29. Okay, total yards a little bit separation. But 356, 315, 168, 157, very similar numbers. But yeah, I do have Pitt coming out on top at the end of this game. As for the over/under, I don't know for sure whether you should go. I personally would stay away from that one. But I would lean the over. But that's a lot of points. And finally, the only non-conference championship game, USC versus Cal. And this should be the final game for USC before Lincoln Riley takes the helm. But I don't know. I genuinely don't know. They both suck. Like really much bad sucking. I'm gonna go ahead and lean USC on this one, but again, who really cares? It's not neither team's making a bowl game whether they win or lose. This game means absolutely nothing. But we'll pick USC just for the heck of it. But anyway, that'll do it. Hope you enjoy your Saturday and that little break between where they just failed scheduling. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Go check out my other reactions to last night's game, basketball games, whatever there is. And I'll see y'all later. Adios.